Scorpios? Welcome to your weekly reading with me, Natalie, spelled Natalee. I have the immense pleasure and honor and privilege of reading your energies for this week, and I picked up a little bit of scatteredness for you guys. I also picked up some... I think the conflict is around you. I don't think you're necessarily part of it. I think you are in the middle of it, though, because I am picking up this conflict energy where it's either people are not seeing eye to eye in a group that you're in or in a deal you're a part of, or you could just feel... Can't feel it out if it's separate or if it's the same, because I'm also picking up a little bit of, it's like a lack of interest or it's like a dispassion, which is kind of a red flag for you, Scorpio, because you guys are really passionate. So it's kind of a telltale sign if there's a lack of passion or if there's like a lack of interest in something. But why is it showing up as conflict? It could be causing a conflict in something that you're in or in a group that you're in. Okay, and there will be no extended, so we're going to get everything out in this reading. So that's kind of like a little treat. I just don't have the time. I just don't have the time for it. I'm sorry, guys. But it works out better for you in the end. Okay, so we have two cards. We have the Knight of Pentacles with the Queen of Cups. Interesting. I feel like this is you feeling firm about something, and in the feeling of... I feel like it's the dispassion. I feel like I'm not into it. I feel how I feel about it. I can't get into it. I can't get into it if it's not authentic, is what I'm feeling from this. And you're sitting here in your own energy, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Chalice energy. This is interesting. I've never seen this queen in this deck before. I love it. I love that she's looking at us instead of the chalice, and I love that her hand is covering the chalice. Like, I don't even need to look at it. I've got it. I've got control over it. It's all taken care of. And I'm looking at you. You know, it's really, really cool. I like it a lot. Okay, so yeah, that's you. That's totally you, Scorps. And that Knight of Pentacles is just not budging. Like he's thorough. He's... Yeah, you're holding something up here, Scorpio. We have the Two of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and now we have the Page of Pentacles. Okay? This is you putting this gridlock, this stalemate, thank you, the stalemate situation here on something trying to get started. And I feel like you need more information, perhaps. Oh, no, sorry, it's the other side. The other side, whoever's trying to convince you this week, Scorpio, they're trying to give you more information. They're trying to educate you. They want you to take an avid interest and learning more. It's like they're trying to feed you little bits and pieces so that you ask for more, so that you want more, inquire for more. And it's like they know this about you. It's like they know that, oh, if Scorpio is not passionate about this, it's not going to happen, or they're not going to say yes. It's not going to go. You know, this won't move forward without Scorpio really being on board in a meaningful way. So I feel like this is what they're trying to do. Your partner, the group that you're a part of, whatever this is, this could even be some sort of business pool where you and a group of people, or your group or company and then a bunch of other groups and companies are trying to move forward with something. But I feel like you're the one kind of not really convinced. And it's about the whole thing. It's not, I agree on the what, but not the how. This Ace of Staves is telling us that you don't want to do this whole thing even to start with. Like, it's like, no. It's very clearly like, I don't want to do it. You can't make me want to do this. I just don't want to do it. That's what I'm getting for you. You're just not into it. It just doesn't have your feeling. It doesn't have your passion into it. You're the stalemate. You're the stalemate. They really want you, though. They're really trying to get you to be interested, they're trying to get at this through your... I saw something, yes. Yeah. Did you see that? Yikes. Eight of Swords energy. This is narrow surroundings. This is you again, Scorpio. You feel like you're in a narrow environment. It's very limited. It's narrow. It's lacking. It's just lacking. And the unfortunate part about this, Scorpio, is that it's like you are insulated, but it's like it protects you from the outside, but you're limited. It's limiting you. Like you're not, almost like closed borders, like closed community, closed. I'm getting like a gated, think of it that way, in a gated community. You know, it protects everyone within the gates, but at the same time, you're keeping out diversity and variety. And variety is the spice of life. I feel like at the same time, Scorpio, you need and you're craving variety and passion and different and something new and exciting. But at the same time, you're in a narrow surrounding, or you're in a narrow situation where there is no possibility for that to come through. I mean, with these two energies here, it's just total restriction. And it's like, I'm not saying that it's self-imposed. I'm not getting that it's self-imposed. I'm actually getting that this is a real limitation of your surrounding, and a very little bit of that it's self-imposed. Only in the sense that you don't feel like there's around you this passion, the source of passion, or this perfect idea, or the perfect company. You don't see it. You see someone trying to convince you of something, but you don't see what is really going to fire you up. It's around you, but you're not seeing it. And I don't think you can, because of your surroundings. There is something very restrictive. What is this? Sorry. There is something very restrictive about your surroundings. But it's also meant a little bit of mentality. I do pick up, Scorpio, that you are a little bit selective. Let's zoom in on the Eight of Pentacles. And I kind of want to use my fairy deck for this. Let me put my lipsticks over here, and let me grab the fairies. Hold on. They're wanting to speak. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, the fairies want to come through for me on this one. So we've got for you, Scorpios. I do feel this narrow surrounding is, because let me put it this way, you're not wrong. You're not wrong about this thing. If they're trying to convince you really strongly about this, it's not that. It's not it. You have to be driven from the inside, Scorpio. You have to be authentically pulled towards a person, towards a project, towards a job, towards an interest or subject in school. It has to come from, you can't fake it. And you're the sign that does not want to fake it. You don't want to pretend that you're into something that you're not. So let's just take a look. The Eight of Swords, excuse me. The Three of Wands, expectations. Sorry, I have to I'm a shallow breather, so I have to take in a deep breath every once in a while, or I'll just croak. Okay, with the Three of Wands, we have these grandiose expectations, okay? And here's the thing. This is part of your limitation, is that you do expect to be enthralled. You do expect to be really jazzed up and really, everything I kind of just said about being drawn from the inward out. It's part of it's part of the narrowness of your surroundings, but at the same time, guys, I'm actually on your side about this. It's a double-edged sword. I like that you have high expectations because it filters out what doesn't meet your standards. At the same time, there's something about having high expectations that is prohibiting you from getting to what will actually fulfill those expectations. It's almost like you're being okay, this is like royalty VIP. They're giving me very important person. They're giving me royal family, royalty, royal bloodlines. So what this would be, how you want to think about this, Scorpio, and use this as metaphor because this is not going to apply to like anybody really. This is manifesting as, it's as if you are part of the royal family and you want an extraordinary lover. You want to fall in love with the love of your life, and you want them to be amazing and magnetic and like this whole laundry list of stuff. Yet, those are your expectations, yet you don't want to marry outside of the royal bloodlines. That would show up as this restriction, okay? And it's part reality and it's part in your mind, right? So you're at the same time, that's what this is showing up as. Like you do want something incredible and amazing, but you are living your life in a way where you have these protective boundaries in place that are protecting you. That's what I'm saying. We love boundaries here on Watch Natalie. It is keeping you like barricaded in that like tower of protection. Okay. Okay, let's move on. What is the next? And I sense that frustration this week for you is that you're not really getting what you want, Scorpio. You're getting a lot of, and there could, with this Page of Pentacles, I'm getting a lot of energy from that. I'm getting that there could be a lot of little people, or a lot of, not little people, but a lot of people or a lot of persons trying to convince you of something. Like trying to all reinforce the same message. And you're still like, no, I don't want it. Oh. These two cards came out together. Oh, shoot. But was it? I can't remember how it exactly came down, if it was in reverse or not, but I'm putting it upright anyway. Both of them. The Five of Cups and the Star card. Look how beautiful. I can't get over this. I can't get over it. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh my God. It's beautiful. Okay, sorry. So, you have regrets. You have regrets about not following your heart. There's an old wound. Let's zoom in. There's an old wound here that is come up for healing. So you could be triggered this week, Scorpio. There could be something coming through, perhaps communication and messages about trying to convince you of this, of something. And something about that, and it not really being what you want, something about that is triggering a sadness in you. It's triggering something. Oh, I already knocked. It's triggering this sort of regret over when I had the chance. I just heard that when I had the chance. For some of you, this feels like an existential sadness. This feels like a sadness that doesn't really go away. But let's take a look. Let's take a look at the Five of Cups. Sorry, this piece of hair is bothering me. Five of Cups, please. What do we need to know about the Five of Cups for Scorpio this week? Getting the metro in France. Four of Cups. Wow. Wow. Here's what it is. Oh my God, look at this freaking weird hair. Jeez Louise, why didn't you tell me that it looks so weird for so long? Okay, Scorpio, this is what it is. you are going to turn this down. You are going to say no. And it's still going to trigger some stuff in you. Okay? When I had the chance. There's two things happening here. Let me try to organize what I'm getting from this. So when I had the chance, there's something else you wanted. There's something else that you wanted to do, and you can't do that. You can't do what you want to do. This offer, someone's trying to convince you of something. You're the gridlock, you're the stalemate, does not live up to your expectations because you wanted to do that other thing when I had the chance, what they channeled to me. This is the week where you actually say no, like no. Like a hard no. Like, don't try to convince me, don't try to give me more information, don't give me more time. I really mean it. I mean no, I don't want to do this. Where you say no, you reject it with the 4 of Cups. And this 5 of Cups is how they feel, the other side. You're going to say no, you're going to reject, like no. This, and the 4 of Cups is also about standards, which connects us with that 3 of Wands, expectations. It's just not good enough for you. I'm your psychic tarot reader for this amount of time right now, and I'm just on your side. I'm just calling it how it is. And I know Scorpio, Capricorn, we have this sort of appreciation for the truth in the same way. So cross watchers, I'm sorry, I'm just calling it how I see it. It's just not good enough for your Scorp. Okay, so you're going to break some hearts this week, Scorpio. Let's take a look at this star, because this is probably healing for you because of what this is triggering. Because there is a trigger here. This is an old wound coming up. It's like, it doesn't make you happy to say no. It's not like you're evil, Scorpio, wanting to just dash and drop people's dreams and drop things and say no to things all day. So let's see what this star is about. Getting the internet. That is the Knight. Oh, there's 3 cards. Let's take a look. That's the Knight of Wands, the 2 of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. Pentacles. All to clarify the star card. Interesting. It seems as if you saying no is the incredibly appropriate and right thing to do, Scorpio, because there is inspiration or healing or a connection coming from a King of Pentacles personality. Could be male or female here. Doesn't have to be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They can have that kind of connection or affinity. However, they're showing up as someone very well defined. This is someone who is very crystal clear in who they are and their identity. So because I got the internet from the star card, they could be someone who is online very clearly defined. Like they have a website, maybe they have like a logo. I'm getting a logo off of his crown right here. See that little, okay. They could have their own logo, brand. They could have their own brand. You know, there's something else coming in. And with the 2 of Cups, it's like simpatico. It's perfect harmony. The Knight of Wands is passion. There's your passion. There's your, I'm following my heart to do this. This is more in line with my soul. This is what really will get me going in the morning. So I feel like, Scorpio, this is all divine timing, okay? The divine timing that I don't have time to do an extended, and how it's affecting those of you watching this reading. Can't argue with that, okay? So you're going to get an offer. This is, I feel like, something that's been pushing onto you that you just haven't made up your mind about definitively. This is the week, Scorpio, where it comes down, where you give the hard no. And getting that no out of the way, it's going to break some hearts, but it allows this other energy to come through, because not only are you holding up this other thing that you're not really that passionate about, but this this star energy, this other collaboration or person or thing or passion, rather, let's just say passion, is being held up because you're holding these other people up. Does that make sense? So when you release that, and you probably just don't want to hurt people's feelings. You probably are just like, God, you know, I don't want to tell them that that's not good enough for me, but that's the truth. Releasing that releases the other energy to come through. So that's cool. That's way cool. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and get some Moonology. Let's get some advice. Although I feel like we're pretty set on advice, but let's just see if there's anything additional that we need to pay attention to for Scorpios. What advice do we have for Scorpios, please? What advice for Scorpios do we have this week? It could also be someone around you that you already know, this King of Pentacles, that comes in to sort of cheer you up about this, about saying no, about making this rejection. They could be the ones channeling this Knight of Wands energy, saying, you know what, better is going to come along. Better, you know, bigger and better. You know, you want to wait for something that really gets you going. So don't feel bad about rejecting these people or this opportunity. Something like that. It could either be a new person coming in, or it could be someone that you already know that is providing the healing and the feeling better about it for you. A personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer energy. This fell in my lap right here. So this is that trigger. This week is about you being sort of triggered to make this decision and to finally make it known and put your foot down about it. Because with the Page of Pentacles, I feel like there are little immature energies around you, Scorpio, and they're not going to take you rejecting their thing very happily or maturely, and that's part of what you are trying to avoid and stay clear of. And that's why a little bit of this regret, you know, it's like, oh, I don't want to, but I got, you know. So you don't want to burn bridges, and you're afraid to, but you have to make the honest choice for yourself. And the honest choice is that this isn't good enough for you. It doesn't live up to your standards, your scorpionic, beautiful standards. So I understand that I'm a Capricorn, but you know. Okay, so that's the issue that reaches resolution, is you being able to tell this no, to really give the firm no about it. But just expect this King of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Knight of Wands to come in as healing for you. So someone very solid, stable, and secure, or a different brand or some sort of online thing to come through for you. Okay, guys? So that's your week, Scorpio. I'm taking all the dates off. So whenever you click in is when you're meant to hear these messages. I love you guys forever. If you'd like to book a personal reading, you can do so at theartigan.com/shop. Add yourself to the queue, the waiting list. All the dates should be posted. Or if you need it immediately, if it's an emergency, you can add the rush. There's that option available to you. However, I don't think you need that. I think you just need to wait, play this week out, and let them know that, you know, and then the healing should come in. So I think you guys are going to be fine. Take care, Scorps, and I'll see you next week. Bye.